Hi and welcome to Telematics Australia. Today's topic is GPS trackers. So this is a detailed guide to GPS trackers and it'll help you understand the benefits of this type of product, how to install them, the different types of GPS trackers, different functionality available and the price points as well. So it's a pretty detailed guide and I hope it's useful to you. So please check it out. First, let's consider Australian vehicle theft statistics, which are fairly horrendous. 3 out of 4 vehicles are stolen from the garage or the street outside. Um, Nearly 10,000 vehicles vanished in 2019, nearly 50,000 vehicles were stolen in 2018-19, and over 9,000 motorbikes were stolen in that period as well, and all of these numbers increasing. You can see the same for heavy vehicles, also the numbers are increasing. So vehicle theft in Australia is an ongoing, serious and increasing problem. Many people try and address this problem by buying a GPS tracker. And one interesting side benefit of buying a GPS tracker is that it can reduce your insurance premiums because your car is easier to recover. So if you do decide to buy a GPS tracker, we recommend that you contact your insurance company and ask them if you can have your premium reduced. So what are GPS trackers? Well, they're useful and inexpensive small tools that can help protect your vehicles. There's all kinds of models at different price points. And in this presentation, I'll be talking about the features and benefits, the costs, how to install them, and how they work. So they track the location of your vehicle and are primarily used in case of theft. You can set up alerts so that the GPS tracker will notify you when it leaves a geo-fenced area, and I'll talk about geofencing more shortly. You can then track the vehicle location until it's recovered. Some advanced GPS trackers also include an immobilization function. So how they work? Well, they get a power supply from the vehicle. The GPS functionality tracks the location of the unit and therefore the vehicle. And that ongoing location updates are sent through the mobile phone network. So you need a SIM card as well to make the whole thing work. The location of your vehicle can then be viewed on a website or on a phone app. There's two types of installation process. The most simple is plug and play. And this type of GPS tracker plugs straight into your OBD2 port, which you will find typically under the dashboard in most vehicles. The primary purpose of these OBD2 ports is for vehicle diagnostics, but since they have a power supply, they're also great for plugging in a GPS tracker as well. So the installation process is simply to power off the vehicle, plug in the tracker and start it again. Within a couple of minutes, the tracker will be sending the vehicle's live location. So you can see it's very easy to install these type of trackers, very easy to uninstall them as well. You can move them from vehicle to vehicle and so on. The disadvantage of these type of trackers is that a thief can easily find it and easily remove it. So some people will use an extension cable from the OBD2 port and then hide the GPS tracker elsewhere in their car. The other option from plug and play is hardwired. So this type of GPS tracker requires a 3-wire connection and it's wired into your vehicle in the same way as other electronic equipment like stereos. So you can then install it anywhere in the vehicle. It's much more difficult for the thief to find. This type of hardwired GPS tracker tends to be more expensive as well and have more features. So if you're looking for a more advanced type of tracker, then this may be the one. Once it's in your vehicle, it's quite hard to get it out and move it to the next one. So we recommend that you put it in and leave it there. So geofencing. After you've got your tracker installed in your car or your vehicle, you can then define a geofenced area, which means typically a perimeter around your house or around a factory or wherever the car is or vehicle is currently kept. And then the app on your phone can alert you whenever your vehicle enters or leaves this area. After that, you can track the vehicle. So if it's stolen or even if it's towed or being used by somebody else, you can monitor the location of the vehicle using an app on your phone or a web page. Some people also connect their GPS trackers to their car alarms, because car alarms are great if you can hear the alarm going off, but if you're far from the vehicle, you can't hear the alarm. So if you connect your car alarm to the GPS tracker, then it can send a message to your phone when the alarm goes off so you can quickly respond. Some GPS trackers also include a function to remotely disable the vehicle. So you can disable the vehicle as soon as you leave it parked, or maybe you don't customarily do that, but then the vehicle got stolen. You can disable the vehicle wherever it happens to be to stop it being moved and started again. So again, this is done through the phone. It's really easy. There'll be a button on your phone. You just touch the button to disable the vehicle. It's normally done by connecting the GPS tracker to the fuel pump. So the fuel pump is wired through the GPS tracker. You can turn it on and off using the phone app. Another benefit of GPS trackers is that you can check the vehicle history and monitor driver behaviour. So you can see if and when the car was speeding, if parking tickets were justified, and so on. Many organisations use this functionality to monitor their drivers and ensure they're following the law. You can see here an example of a company where driver speeding was reduced by 97% simply by installing this type of device. So if you've got a driver discipline issue in a fleet of vehicles, then this may be one way to address that. As we mentioned before, you monitor the location of your vehicle using either a web page or an app on your phone or on your iPhone or Android phone. We suggest that before you buy a GPS tracker, you take a good look at this software that you'll be using to monitor the location of the vehicle, because it's key. You need a web page that's easy to use or an app that's easy to use to make sure that you can easily follow the location of your vehicle. So please check out the app or the web page before you buy the GPS tracker. Regarding pricing, GPS trackers typically cost in the range of $100 to $500. The more you spend, the more you get, and there's often an ongoing cost of around $20 to $30 for the maintenance of the website that you use to track the vehicle. If you are buying for a fleet of vehicles, we suggest that you consider the future requirements as well as the current requirements, because some software is really scalable. So for example, you can define a geofence and apply it to a fleet of vehicles rather than vehicles one by one. So we recommend, if you think your future requirements will be substantially bigger than your current requirements, have a look at the software and buy something that's scalable. Even scalable software is not enough for some companies. If your primary business is running huge fleets of trucks, then we suggest looking at telematics systems. So these telematics systems are based around GPS trackers, but they also have much more advanced functionality that can help with things such as fuel tax credits, fringe benefits tax, and other features. So they help to make your company more efficient. Typical functions of telematics systems include route optimization, pre-start checklist, chain of responsibility legal requirements to ensure that you're running your fleet legally, or to help you ensure that you're running your fleet legally. Intelligent Access Program, which is an Australian federal government initiative that enables trucks to use otherwise unauthorized roads in exchange for truck monitoring and so on. So you can have all kinds of much more advanced functionalities in telematics systems. And companies often get this type of benefit from implementing a telematics system, so they can monitor fuel tax credits and make sure they're claiming the maximum. They can reduce their maintenance costs. They can get better return on their assets, their fleet, and so on and so on. So if telematics systems are interesting to you, we suggest that you have a look around our website, telematics-australia.com, where there's all kinds of useful information that we think will be helpful to you. So that's all today. Thanks for watching.